right, here it is. Here it is. You know what I mean, y'all see who's with me. You know what I'm saying? So we probably about to be bugging out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But all right, let's get started. Hey, yo, what it is and what's good, y'all? Welcome back to 280 Plus, the social media podcast where I take the conversations off the timeline and go beyond the tweets. I'm your host, Lowe's Def, and I'm back here for episode 193 of the platform. 193. So if you're still new to the channel, if you're brand new to the channel, I need you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications. If you are coming back and you want to get part of the conversation, leave a comment below. And if you know anybody that's involved, that's interested in the content that we're talking about today, then hit that share button. As you can see, I'm back here with my boy Stu. You know what I'm saying? Makes his return.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? What's good, brother? How you been, dog?
Man, I've been great, man. I can't complain.
Yeah. What's you know what I mean? This is my boy that moved down to Dallas last year, back to Dallas last year. So I always get updates because I live vicariously through him because I kind of remained in our home state, our hometown, whatever, and he got away. So like what's new in Dallas right now, man? What's happening right now?
What's new? Let me see. New. So actually, there's the hockey team is in the playoffs right now.
Oh.
I know a lot of people. I know a lot of our demographic ain't gonna care about hockey.
Yeah.
But I've been told by a lot of black people and like white people from all walk of life, they's like, yo, them hockey games is lit. You got to go to one. I ain't been to one yet, but I'm gonna try to get there because they got like they're like in the semifinals right now.
Okay.
And they're winning up. They up like they only need like one more game to win. And I think that game is tonight, as a matter of fact.
Oh wow.
So yeah, if they win, they go into the Stanley Cup or whatever. And yeah, I'm gonna try to catch one of them games. And then also, I don't know how true this is, but I seen some sort of post where they was talking about they might trade to get Luka back in Dallas. They might trade Cooper Flag and Anthony Davis for Luka. Head up.
Time out. So in Dallas, you're seeing that they want to get Luka back.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what would be the point of that?
I have no idea. Well, here's the thing. I don't know if I saw this from a Dallas page. I saw this from a sports page.
Okay.
Now, knowing how much people love Luka in Dallas, I think that might be a strong push.
See, I thought. See, that's I was gonna say. I thought Dallas would be excited that they got the chance to get Cooper Flag. Like they won the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. Like why wouldn't you just roll with that?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
I watch Cooper. He about to say something crazy. Hot take coming up. Hot take. Yeah. Listen up. Hot take.
So look, I watched Cooper Flag. I watched all his high school shit. I watched his highlight tape in college. I didn't watch a whole game.
Okay.
I might have watched a quarter. But it's like I don't know what people think he gonna be. I don't think he gonna be nothing crazy in the NBA. I don't. I think he gonna be a real good role player.
You think he's gonna be like Christian Laettner, like you know what I mean?
Nah, he's gonna be better than Christian Laettner. He'll probably be somebody like let me see. Let me think of somebody who's super mid. Let me think of
and it's crazy because the natural thing to compare him to is another white dude, right? Like you're not even thinking about a black. Are you thinking about a black player? Because I'm trying to think of white players. Like
yeah, I'm thinking about a black player. But now that you said white player, he could be like a
Joe Ingles.
I was about to say Michael Miller, even though Michael Miller is more of a shooting guard.
Yeah.
He's not a shooting guard. He's more of a big. But it's like I can't think of no big man to compare him to. So I was going to compare him to like a mid three, like a Karan Butler. He's going to be like a white Karan Butler, or a white Corey McGay.
So all right, a guy that can get buckets, but like he ain't gonna help you win nothing.
Yeah,
Karan Butler though was a dog though. You know what I'm saying? He had a couple good seasons, you know what I mean?
Cooper Flack is a dog.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he's who Dallas needs, man. They need some toughness, bro. Like and my thing is, and I said this in one of my last posts, whatever, I said like you ain't never gonna hear about Cooper Flag being overweight, bro. Like and
yeah,
not saying that we couldn't predict that with Luka. But like Luka don't got work ethic, bro. He's just talent, bro. He's talented and skilled. Cooper Flag, like we don't even know exactly where his talent's gonna be yet because we know he's gonna put in that work, man, to get better. So like I don't think he's gonna be like an instant star. Like for example, Cade Cunningham, number two, he was a number one, number two pick. It took him like 5-6 years now, like until he's like now he's like he's the truth. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So and I think he's gonna be able to be better because he's gonna have hopefully a supporting cast with Kyrie and Davis and Thompson and all them other guys, whatever. But you don't believe in it.
Nah, my question is, how long did it take Luka to be the truth?
He was the truth instantly. Yes, he was. He was.
And then also too, here's the thing: when it comes to that weight, like you got certain players that. So Luka's not athletic like you think of Zion Williamson. It's
Yeah.
important for a player like Zion Williamson to lose weight. It's important because he's running and jumping. When you got that type of athletic ability, when you leave the ground a lot, when you come down, that's a lot of impact on your knees and your joints.
Yeah.
Luka
Yeah.
ain't leaving the ground,
Okay.
and he ain't stopping on the dime neither.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's just like him gaining weight. It's like he know how to move with the weight. He can get up and down off the court, and he can get buck. He's one of the best bucket getters in the league at
True.
his big ass weight. So
True.
I mean, I'm not looking at Luka as he got weight problems. I think that's a cliche thing that a lot of people in the front office do. They just think, oh, every player needs to be slim and trim, and he needs to be in better shape. Man, he's in good shape. He carries his weight well. Um,
I don't think he does because that's why he gets hurt a lot, bro. When you're carrying more weight than you need to be carrying because it ain't balance, it ain't muscle, whatever. Bro, that's how dudes be injury prone. Like that's why he's banged up all the time. He got no kind of recovery, bro. This nigga is made out of fucking flab, man. Like he eats no protein, my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he
yeah,
got no recovery, bro. Like I don't know. I don't like Luca, bro. Like I really like like again, I'm not one of them crazy people that's like, oh no, he weak. He's not weak.
yeah.
I don't like him, bro. Like I'm like, bro, stop this dude, man. Like if I would be the coach, I would be out there like, what the fuck is y'all doing? Stop this dude, man. Like
Yeah.
he man slow. Like what is he decelerates and he already not accelerating.
Yo, word. You know what's crazy? So here's the thing with me, he grew on me. He he grew on me. Joker grew on me.
Okay.
Um, and then also real quick, I just want to compare him to Magic Johnson real quick. I know he don't play like Magic, but think about how big Magic Johnson was.
Yeah.
Magic Johnson was no slim trim dude, and he was getting up and down the court very well. And you know, his weight helped him. Um, and yeah, like I feel like when you're like an in between player, like Luka, where you're a little bit of point guard, a little bit of big man, a little bit of, you can. I mean, having a little bit of weight on you and with your game style, which is really just. I mean, he do attack the rim, but he don't go the whole way to the rim off the top. And even when he does, he goes so slow.
Yeah.
That I just don't feel like him shifting his weight around is like that much of a threat to him. I feel
Oh,
like that's all.
okay.
But yeah, man, I think he's nice as hell. And
Yeah.
yeah, I ain't gonna front. So here's another thing: he's nice as hell, he's young as hell, and the type of game he got, his game gonna be around forever.
Okay.
So, and I feel like yeah, if they could trade to get him back, I think that'd be a great pick because here's the thing: Cooper Flag, we don't know what he is. We know what Luca is.
You're right. You're right.
You
But
know, so
you're right. But I don't think the Lakers gonna give him up because I think Luca is part of their plan in
mhm,
terms of like life after LeBron. Like that's their LeBron escape
mhm,
plan, so to speak. So I don't see that happening, but that would be wild to trade him just to get him back. Like, and the only incentive would be is that like, all right, he signs a max contract in LA, it's gonna be less than what it would have been if if he would have remained with the Mavericks, because like the
mhm,
Lakers can't pay him the same amount. So it's like, all right, you saved one, you know what I mean? Because like what they're paying guys like $80 million a year, you know what I mean, on them
mhm,
super max. So it's like, oh, we saved 80 million because it's like 1 year less. Um,
mhm.
so maybe that's smart, but like I just don't. That seems like a headache just to go in a circle. You know what I'm saying? But
Hey, and here's another thing too. I can't cite my source. I just saw a meme, so don't quote me. I'll this might have been a bullshit ass
this
meme.
nigga, oh, they gonna kill
Yeah,
me, man.
yeah,
They like, who the fuck you got on here, man? Talking this shit, man. Where you get his sources? He's just talking out his ass, whatever. Like, yeah,
yeah.
that's funny,
They
man.
about to kill me. I already know.
Yeah, they about to kill you, man. Yeah, there ain't been no boxing like recently. Ain't no boxing coming up. Is there? Is there any good matches coming up?
So I was sick like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I missed all the boxing, man. There was like the Devin Haney fight. I missed that. I
Yeah, I
heard that.
missed
I
that.
heard that was the most boring fight in boxing
Heard
history.
was trash, and he lost.
He lost. No, he won. He won. He
No,
won.
oh no, no. What's the name? Garcia. No, what's the name?
Yeah, Garcia
Garcia
lost.
lost. My bad, my bad. Yeah,
Now,
because he fought
now,
Raleigh. Raleigh. Yeah.
yeah, I heard that was a good scrap, but Raleigh whooped him.
Dang.
I ain't see it though. And then also Tiafimo fought too. They said that was a good fight, but I missed it. And granted, they all on YouTube. I'm gonna get to it probably sometime this week. But yeah,
Yeah,
boxing been real weak over the past couple of weeks.
I
Matter of fact,
know.
the past month or so. So
Yeah, and I think everybody thought that was gonna be like, oh, because that was supposed to set up the Garcia Haney
mhm.
rematch, but now it's like, well, you lose. That's the crazy thing in boxing, man. You lose, bro. Like your momentum, like it's like you play Mortal Kombat, bro. You lose, bro. You gotta go all the way back down to the bottom again. Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, and the Canelo fight, I didn't see that joint either. Like, but
Oh
he
yeah, I heard that was a boring one too. It was a toss up out of that one and Haney. They them the boringest fights in history. I'm like, God damn.
dang. So then the next big one we're looking forward to is what Canelo Crawford.
Yeah, Canelo Crawford, that's in September. And then
Okay.
you got Tank and Roach. I seen they just finalized a joint. That's in August.
Oh, the
Yeah.
rematch.
Yep.
Oh shit. Damn.
And
Damn.
I'm putting my money on Lamont Roach and
Oh,
Terrence Crawford.
where?
Yeah.
All right. I like it. I like it. All right, man. So let's move on, man. Have you seen Sinners? You've seen Sinners, right?
Yep.
Okay. So I seen Sinners as well. I actually just saw it again for the second time, just last night. And I guess what were your initial? I guess yeah. Well, let's get into it. Like initial reactions. How'd you feel about Sinners? What you think about it? I mean,
So I only
eh,
saw it once.
okay.
Go ahead.
No. You good. You good.
So I only saw it once, of course. And first time I saw it, well, when I initially saw it, I was like, damn, that was a good movie. And I'm just going off like the cinematography, right?
Yeah.
I wasn't smart enough to catch all the symbolism. I didn't catch it. Only thing I got from it was like stop inviting white people to the cookout.
Yep.
Leave them white women alone.
Little white women alone. Yeah, and Mappy was keeping for the shorty, like, nah, but yeah, like in real life too, one of her relatives is black. And I'm like, all right, man, shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah, she was cake though, so I liked her.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. uh, and then what else? What else I thought? Anyway, I was like man shallow with my perception of it or whatever.
Okay.
But then I found a couple dudes on threads that I started following because they was going in on threads, breaking it down, breaking on everything down. And I'm like, oh shit, this is probably one of the best movies I've seen in years.
Yeah.
Like I give it a 10 out of 10.
Okay.
When I left the movie theater, I gave it an 8 out of 10. When I've actually found out all the shit I missed, I said, oh yeah, this is 10 out of 10. I love this movie.
Okay.
I'll go watch it again.
Okay. Nah, I'm with you on that. Like it definitely that first watch experience, you know what I mean, it was 10 out of 10 for me. I did, yeah, like I felt like watching it the second time, it made me realize, damn, like people kind of ran some of this like symbolism into the ground a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And they was like over dissecting stuff, like not looking back again. But I was like, okay, like I was rolling with it. I was like, all right. And even some of that kind of, I tried to avoid some of it before watching it, but like it was inevitable. You seen some of it. So like the movie was like really good. I thought Michael B.
Mhm.
Jordan did his thing. I thought this is one of his best performances. Seeing him play the two different roles, I actually
Oh,
like
yeah, he
that.
bodied it. Yeah, he bodied it.
Like I enjoyed that a lot. You know what I'm saying? The casting, you could tell, like budget wise too. You could tell they didn't have that great of a budget in the sense of you notice they really only in one room the whole movie. You know what I'm saying? Outside of them being they was outside a little bit, whatever, but like
Mhm.
that's intentional, man. Like because they can't be moving around to this place to that place, whatever.
Yeah,
And obviously casting was you could tell that's part that the budget was it could only really afford Michael B. Jordan. Like, cause you know
yeah,
what I mean, Delroy Lindo, cool, but he not like, it's clearly like Michael B. Jordan and then like everybody else in that movie. I mean,
yeah,
so I thought so I'm like, yeah, they did a lot with a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So they
yeah,
made it work. Um, so I watched it again, right? And yeah, bro, it kind of it was definitely better the first time watching it. You know what I mean? Because it got real, it was like kind of gimmicky a little bit. And I know it wasn't supposed to be like a vampire movie per se, but there
mhm,
was just a lot of like little things in there that made me think Like, all right, y'all was kind of reaching on some of this symbolism here.
Let me
Um,
say something. So that's another thing. I didn't know what the movie was about. I just knew it
yeah,
was Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler. He what is he? What he directed it,
he directed and
and
wrote it and wrote it.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah. And I was just like, yo, I just want to go because Michael B. Jordan, he's a pretty. I think he's a pretty decent actor.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, Ryan Coogler, I heard his name. I forgot what else he directed, but I know he did some good
Black
movies that I've
Panther,
seen.
Black Panther,
There
and
we go. Yep.
Fruitvale Station. If you ever seen
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, I saw that one. And so
Okay.
yeah, I was like, yeah, I gotta go see it. And I also want I like put money in black people pockets. So it's like
Yes.
when I heard that deal he got, I said, yo, I gotta go see it the first weekend. Because
Yep.
it was like I forgot how the deal was structured, but he was gonna get majority of his money the first weekend or
Yep.
some shit. I said, oh yeah, I gotta go. So that's what I did. But yeah, I didn't know what it was about. So
Yeah. 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 It was just like just certain aspects of it, like how they kind of turned into vampires like kind of mad like they mad quick like it was mad quick, and then it didn't make no sense where like you know how like with the whole thing of I guess there I didn't know this was a thing in vampire movies or like a trope with vampire stories is like you have to be invited in. If you're invited in, then they can attack you. So like that whole idea of like, yo, if you say come on in, you're inviting them so then they can attack you. But like what this is what didn't make sense was so the shorty, Mary Ann or whatever, Mary, you know, the one that attacked Stack,
mhm.
so she already was in there, right? And then once they kind of addressed her, he shot her. She ran out, and then like she couldn't come back in. But it's like, why couldn't she come back in? She was already there. And then even Stack, when he turned into the vampire, they threw some shit at him, some like water or whatever, pickle, some garlic water. And then he ran out too. But it's like, why would he need an invite? Because he was already in there as a vampire. So I just like it's little stuff like that. There was some like little weird music organ thing that they played that made it sound like a gimmicky like horror film.
Mhm.
It was just it's kind of nitpicky a little bit, but like I just gotta say like it wasn't as good. It just wasn't as good the second time. Like I was like, damn, this is gonna stand the test of time. This is deep. This is deep. It kind of wasn't that deep. Like I think that's what it was. I think it was like, bro, they people dissected all this stuff out of it, and I'm like. Yeah, that it wasn't all that. It wasn't it didn't need all that dissection. You know what I mean, for real, for real. Like,
But I ain't gonna lie, I loved it. And then so as far as them turning into vampires and then they had to run out to come back in, maybe that's the rules. Like that, like maybe that's the rules. It's just like basketball. Like if you miss a
okay,
shot and the team get the rebound, they gotta take it back to the 3 point line. You can't just go just because you at the rim right there. You can't put it back up. You gotta go
okay,
to the 3 point line.
yeah,
Maybe that's the vampire rules.
yeah.
Um, we gotta reach out to some vampires or something. And figure
Wh-
out like,
So, what do you think that juke joint smelt like? You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh
think back
man,
at.
oh man, nigga, I can't even imagine it.
Yo, and boy was hyped to eat some box, bro. So, yo, he was so eager to eat some sweaty box. You know what I'm saying? And she warned him, like, yo, are you sure?
that
Because
that I thought that was crazy, son. That was
you
crazy.
sure? Because I walked here and I'm a sharecropper. So, like,
Nick, that is crazy.
yeah, that
Not
joint, that
not 90-degree Mississippi heat. She walking around all day and then in there dancing and singing.
dancing. And she's supposed to be married. Like,
Yeah,
she was a thotty for real,
yeah.
man. But I ain't like her, bro. Pearl. And then he gonna have the nerve to name the little club after her. Like, nigga. First, imagine you naming your first business after your first piece of box, bro.
See, I didn't know that. I missed that part. I thought they called it the juke joint.
No, so all right, you didn't watch the mid credits and the end credits. You didn't stay.
Yeah,
So remember,
but
all right, the mid credits was when after the movie's over and they
mhm.
start show credits, and then in the middle you feel like it's the end credits, but then it's like it's him as like preacher boy as an old man.
Old man sitting at the bar.
You're sitting at the bar, and Michael B. Jordan and them come in, whatever,
Mhm.
and then but you ain't see the sign of the club was called Perlene's.
Oh, see, I missed that part. I just seen them
Okay.
walk into the club.
Yeah. So imagine that, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine your first little business that you have. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna name it after your first piece of box, bro.
Not at all. Fuck that. Crazy. Especially the situation, man, how he got it. Oh hell no. That was crazy.
Facts. So yeah, so again, it is a good movie. Um, I think I probably need maybe more time away from it. I mean, I think
Mhm.
again, like all the social media dissection makes it like So, but it was good. It was really good. I do recommend people still seeing it. Yeah, man, put some money in Ryan Coogler's pockets though. Um, but so this is gonna be a segue. So after that came out, there was a lot of stuff came out and a lot of speculation that this was supposed to turn into some type of like universe, like the Sinners universe, and then they was gonna make these spin-offs and TV shows and whatever. And it's crazy because this is an era, this is the run into the ground era. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you think about anything in entertainment, bro.
Mhm.
They be running everything into the ground. Like sometimes it's cool that they be creating these like worlds and stuff like that. Like you think like
Mhm.
MCU, but like after a while you thinking like, bro, it's over, like you know what I'm saying, whatever.
Yeah.
And we lived in an era where like, yeah, there would be some sequels to certain films and stuff like that, but like in our time, bro, like there was like a lot of one-offs. Yeah, I mean, a
Yeah.
lot of just original things that just came out, and that was it. Like, I mean, and you never got it again. And
Mhm.
like, I think I don't know, this generation kind of needs a little bit more of that. But like, people always say that, the originality is like gone in this generation. So I'm gonna show you a video. We're gonna react to it, whatever. Because I just think, like I said, I think our generation, millennials, I think we're the last great generation. But let's see if this works out here. So let me try to play this joint. All right, so I'm gonna have to hurry up, quick, hit the volume. So
I think our
oh,
generation
can you
is
hear
the
it?
last
Can you hear
Yep.
it? All right.
generation to be fixated on something that we got once. Now, if something works, you gonna get it till you throw up. Then something they did it worked. All right. Not only are we not getting another Goofy movie, we not doing this with another character. The whole concept, we did it. We moving on.
We would have loved all of that.
But Disney just had a channel. They ain't have a plus. You know what I'm saying? What we got was reruns of The Smart Guy,
Hey.
and now I gotta argue with people online and tell them that The Smart Guy was a WB show because they are like, how you this fly on the Disney Channel? This was not made for 5 o'clock. This was made for dark outside. 8 o'clock. You're not getting that cast on no Disney at that time? No. You think Jason Weaver was here for you to put your books down after school? No, Jason Weaver had the good Dada jersey on because he was on at nighttime, dog. What are we
Totally forgot
talking
about
about?
that.
Y'all really think Omar Gooden was rapping to y'all at 6 o'clock at night?
On Disney?
Television of a grown man trapped inside of a young brain. You think he was spitting bars like that
Nah.
in the daytime? Those are nighttime bars, bro. Those are bars that got to compete with Seinfeld. Like, these people tripping, dog. Will and Grace, he got to compete with Dharma and Greg with these bars.
That really is that era.
I think our generation.
So it was that first thing that he said though. I think our
Mhm.
generation is the last generation to like, yo, bro, we got things one time, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I just think so, but my premise is just like I think our music was better, TV was better, movies
Mhm.
were better, food was better, snacks were better, you know what I'm saying? Like even just like experiences, like going out, like think about going out
Yeah.
to the club. I mean,
Yeah.
everything was better, bro. Back like just in our generation, and we got to experience some of these even this stuff a little bit in our adulthood. But like what do you think, man? Do you think like how do you feel about that? Do you think are we just old men, old guys that's like hating on this younger generation, or like was things just better back in the day, bro?
The music, I don't know. That's a tough one. I think that's kind of 50-50.
Okay.
Only because it's like now, like we got all types of like my shit right now is not even right now, it's been this way. But what's it called? That African music,
Oh,
that
Afro beats.
Afro beats. I love Afro beats. We ain't really
Yes.
had that back then. We could
Okay.
have Sean. We had Sean Paul for a couple summers.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily Afro beats, that's Jamaican. And then we had Wayne Wonder. We had that, but
Yes.
other than that, but Afro beats, they pretty much anything with an Afro beat on is fire.
Okay.
And then I ain't gonna lie, I low key like the repetitive stuff that wave that Future started, like
Okay.
just repetitive, and you know the Migos too. I like that shit. But outside of that though too, I think overall our music was better back in the day.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
we got a couple little trends nowadays that can rival that.
Okay.
Maybe not as good, but it can rival. As far as music goes. As
Yeah.
far as movies, I low key like this metaverse type stuff they be doing, like
Okay.
with the power joint.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
I like it. Because it's like, what is it like? I like when people build on things. I like to create. See, people
Yes.
think you know how the boy said it's not creative or it's not original. I think it is creative when
Yeah.
you could take something and then keep building on it and build on it. The thing is, you just got to know when to stop.
Yes.
It's kind of like even if you roasting on somebody, like you ever roasted on somebody back in the day, you had like one or two or three jokes, and then you start building on that one joke. You
Yep.
know what I
Yep.
mean? It's the same, like, or even battle rappers do it sometimes too. Like,
Like a scheme. They'll be in like some type of
yeah,
pocket or scheme. Yep. Yep. Yep.
yeah. So that takes creativity,
Okay.
but you also got to know when to come to an end. That's all. But
Okay.
so I like the metaverse joint.
Okay. See, I ain't mad at that because, like, I think back in the day, we probably wish that we did have more things that was just like built
Mhm,
upon, like, whatever superhero movies, and wondering why, like, oh, how come these superheroes don't talk to this superhero? But like again, once you do that, like I said, like if you talking about like MCU or something,
mhm,
bro, they built it up all for the Avengers and all these big old fights, and we had all these big movies. But then
mhm,
then it's like once that's over, all right, well now you got to start over, and then you kill characters off, and then it's
mhm.
like you got these like third, fourth, and fifth tier of superheroes that like ain't none of us care about before, like I
Yeah.
mean. And like you feel like you got to watch all these movies because there is like a sliver of this, a sliver of that in it, and like I'm so far behind in all them movies, you know what I'm saying? I think I've seen some of the biggest ones, but
Mhm,
like now the stuff that's on Disney Plus, now they got TV series and stuff like that. It's like it's
mhm.
cool, but it seems like it's like overwhelming. It's like y'all bring that into the ground, man. But we did run certain things into the ground. Like certain shows were long standing. Like SVU, Law and Order SVU
Oh
is
my God.
still around. Like you know what I
See, I
mean?
didn't even know that. That's crazy.
Yeah, they on season probably like 26 or something, bro. Like it's crazy. Like why is that show still? But and they did do like spin-offs and stuff.
Mhm. That used to
Um
be my show back in the day, so that's funny. That's
yeah, but like for example, like all right, a classic, Martin, right? So like
okay.
Martin is a classic because that's what we got. It was Martin. Like, would Martin be a classic if there was a Tommy show, if there was a Cole show, if there was a show about Martin's kid? You know what I mean? I feel like it would be like, bro, like get over it, nigga. Like, yeah, I mean, like all these
Yeah.
people age, they get older. With music, I just feel like even with music, even just the creativity in terms of like originality when it even comes to like naming your albums, like how many
Mhm.
how many fucking Carter albums is Wayne is Wayne gonna
Yeah,
be like
yeah, yeah.
like because the album, like even like the title of the album used to kind of set the tone, or like it would be a different vibe. So like if you naming something the same thing, I'm
Mhm,
expecting like that same style, but maybe like
mhm.
elevated. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
and you could do that with mixtapes, but like,
yeah.
albums and stuff like that. I just feel like I don't know. It's just yeah.
You got a point with that one. I ain't even think about album titles, but yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, and then other categories, I just feel like there was stuff that like came out back in the day, like even like food and stuff, and then
Mhm.
like a company would make it, they would put it out, and then you would never see it again. You know what I'm saying? And you'd be like, "Yo, when they gonna bring that shit back?" Whatever. But I
What
think,
what's your favorite snack from back in the day that you want to bring back?
oh
I already got mine
man,
on the top of my head.
go ahead. Now
Same.
you go ahead.
The Dunkaroos.
I think they not around no more. I feel like
So here's the thing: they're around, but you got to get them on Amazon. That's the only place I got them. You ain't
oh
gonna go into no grocery store finding them joint.
damn, that's
Yeah.
real. That's real. Yeah, because I thought I used to see them at like little discount stores and stuff like
You know
that.
what? They got them at Sheetz.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they got them at Sheetz. But it's just like it's like the little box. It's like a little one joint. It ain't like the whole. It's like a little 99 cent box. But yeah, I was like,
Pro-
damn, like
They
that.
yeah, that used to be my yeah. I used to like them Jones, them little, and they probably got like a different version of it, but like them little sour them little sour like string joints, whatever, like them strip sour. I don't know if you
Oh,
know.
I know what you're talking about. I ain't like them drinks all like
Oh,
that, but I
you
know
ain't
what you're talking
like,
about. Yeah.
yeah, like those is cool. There was like certain flavors of like Doritos that would come out that they didn't
Mhm.
like re-release and stuff like that. I feel like they had like a Pizza Hut Dorito back in the day, and
I
but
remember that
like
one.
it's just like they would just like come out with stuff and then they wouldn't bring it back. But I just think that just back in the day it was just like we had to get used to that though. Like, you know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
think that's why like we cherish certain things because it's like we know like our generation is like conditioned to like, yo, this might be the only time you ever see this shit. You know what I mean? Whatever.
exactly.
So like enjoy it while it lasts. But I think like the newer generation, they expect like, oh no, they're gonna do it again. They're just gonna do it again and do it again and do it
Hmm.
again. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know. But I just thought that was kind of cool, whatever. That was just just something. Even let's see. See if I was going anywhere else with that. Technology enhancement. Okay, nah, I wasn't going nowhere with that. But all right, let's move on, man.
Hmm.
Let's move on, man. So, I don't know, man, what you've been seeing on social media, man, but I've been seeing this new topic, this new thing called black fatigue.
Hmm.
Have like when I said something to you, did you like do a little dive into it? Like, did you see anything about it?
So yeah, so I had to go. I went to go watch a video about it because I already first of all I seen clips about it, and I ain't gonna front the clips I saw. I pretty much agreed with it, and I feel like a lot of people low key, a lot of black people low key agree with it. But I just want to do a deep dive just to make sure I ain't necessarily agreeing to some shit that I don't know about or whatever.
Okay.
Um, and then I also was bugging because I was like, yo, I know I don't think you gonna have the same opinion I got. So
Okay. Okay.
yeah, I think I can't picture you having black fatigue.
Yeah,
But
nah.
I for damn sure have it. I had it for mad long, and I
Black
know like
fatigue.
yes.
All right,
Now
we go.
go ahead.
We gonna get into it. All right, all right. So black fatigue, because I don't have a video to show, because there's a bunch of stuff out there that anybody could show, but like this is one definition of it. So is it black fatigue? Black fatigue refers to the physical, psychological, and emotional exhaustion resulting from the constant stress of racism, assaults, thefts, murders, and exposure to news and information about injustice and violence by people of color. All right.
Okay,
So,
so that ain't the definition I got, but go ahead.
what's the definition you got?
So the video I saw, it's just like black hood shit. It's
Okay.
just like
Okay.
just hood ass black people everywhere you go, fighting over dumb shit,
Okay.
arguing about dumb shit, being fake bougie, super materialistic,
Okay.
the over glorification of the hood and gang culture and shit like that. That's what I got.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yes, and like so here's the thing too, and like I purposely like when I go out places, I don't go places where they gonna be.
Okay.
I don't want to be around the motherfuckers. Only time I really be in the hood is if I'm gonna get something to eat or I might go get my hair cut or
Yeah.
something like
Yeah.
that. I ain't trying to be around niggas that act like that, talk like that, or even women. Even like I told myself, I remember when I was in the military, right? I told myself, I was like, yo, when I get out of here, I ain't never fucking with no ratchet bitch ever again. Now, but like prior to, I've dealt with quite a few, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
For
shit,
sure.
you ain't gonna catch me with one now. I don't even if I want to fuck, I don't want to fuck no more.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
even like, yeah, I can't tolerate it.
Yeah.
But that was my definition of black fatigue. Oh, and then just excuse making hella fucking dumbass excuses. That's
Okay.
why.
So
So
you
yeah,
think
that's
so with that definition, you think I would disagree with that?
a little bit, yeah.
So, all right. So I look at that as that's not black exclusive though. Yeah, I mean,
Okay. Oh, okay.
I feel like yeah, I think there's like there could be a delineation, whatever. Like, yeah, I think we all fatigued with like ratchet shit, whatever. But I
Oh yeah,
think,
yes,
yeah, I
yeah.
mean, like, cause part of it has to do with like just how social media works and what gets pushed. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Mhm.
um, and just yeah. So what gets pushed and what's out there, and so like yeah, like that shit is rewarded essentially, like the ratchet behavior, the crazy
Yeah.
behavior, and then it's not even. And the thing is then other like young white people or other people of other races will start to emulate that whatever, and then that also gets celebrated and rewarded, and you're like what the fuck,
Hmm.
like I mean, and it's like it could be stereotypes and stuff that we try and get away from, but like
Hmm.
so black fatigue though, like, and again, the first video I saw of it, it was a white woman talking about black fatigue, whatever. So like
Heard
it
of a clip of I didn't listen to that part, but
what
I gotta listen.
was it like when Anton Daniels reacting to it?
It might have been.
Okay.
Yeah.
That
But like I
nigga.
said, I didn't see it, but I saw it on the timeline. And apparently she's like a well-known racist.
Okay.
Is that the same woman?
I don't know if this lady was a well-known. I didn't know anything about this particular one
Okay.
that I saw a clip with, but no, but basically, so if we going off of that definition of the refers to the psychological, the physical, psychological, and emotional exhaustion from the constant stress of racism, assaults, thefts, murders, and exposure to news and information about injustice and violence by people of color. So it was a white woman basically like it felt like it was like a dog whistle and white people were just basically saying like, oh my god, like I'm just tired of like being accused of being racist and basically have like they feeling like they got to walk on eggshells
Mhm.
to exist whatever when I look at it and it's like it's the complete opposite. Like the only reason why maybe things like injustices are put out there is because we gotta walk eggshells around them. You know what I mean? A lot of
Yeah.
times. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Facts.
So like that's so if my introduction to that it's been white people saying this like whatever and basically like oh my gosh like oh they're mad that people are using the N word, and it's like, why? Wait, is that over now? Like we just allowed to use, like everybody just allowed to use the N word, like we not allowed to, and basically like, oh my gosh, they think everything is racist, and it's like,
Mhm.
I do think there might be there, sometimes people be reaching when they talking about racism and injustice, but
Yeah.
like, come on, man, like it just feels like it's an excuse like oh like why can't I just do and say whatever the hell I want without
Yeah.
consequence. That's what it sounds like. And then
Yeah. It's not like,
when black people are like regurgitating that or like co-signing that, it sounds like they on some cool shit a little bit, you know what I mean?
yeah. Now I will say this. I haven't heard a black, well, then again, I only seen like a few clips. I haven't heard a black person actually co-sign that part.
Okay.
Um, but is that what you've seen? Yeah.
Well,
Is that
what I seen was I seen black people, the several black people that I did see co-sign, like they like, oh yeah, we are tired of black fatigue. And then they would start talking about ratchet stuff. And I'm like,
okay?
okay, but I think that ratchet behavior, debauchery, I have debauchery fatigue. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm over that ratchet shit. I'm over and in small doses, like cause we like to turn up and stuff like that, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? Like just the I don't even like I hate saying the word ghetto too, bro. Like I just hate like that just be feeling like I don't know, classist almost. Like it'd be like,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, because we come from some of us coming from humble beginnings, whatever, and I never shit on nobody for where they came from because they couldn't help from where they came from. So I
Yeah.
don't ever look down on nobody because they lived in the slums, you know what I'm saying? Whatever.
Yeah.
But like if you have that slum mentality and you ain't trying to elevate past that, yeah,
Yeah.
then I'm looking at you funny, whatever. But it was a lot of black people just like, yeah, we're tired of all this, and it was all like ghetto ratchet type of stuff. And I'm like,
Yeah.
see, but that's not necessarily even exclusive to black though. I think white people is ghetto and ratchet too. You know what I'm saying?
They're not put.
Spanish people ratchet too.
Um, I ain't gonna front. When I think of Spanish people, I think of them as I'm gonna sound like a coon.
They the model minority. Like, get the fuck out of here, nigga. Like,
Look, you know what I was gonna say?
what was you gonna
Look,
say?
I think when I think of Spanish people, I think they're lively.
Okay.
But
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't necessarily think of them as yeah, I'm gonna get killed. Yeah, I don't look at them like they ratchet. But and I've been around a lot of Latino people. I don't look at them like they ratchet. I look at them like they're lively people.
You've never seen
Um,
any ratchet like the guala guala like ratchet like Spanish people. Bro,
no,
Queen Street in York is a lot of that, bro. Like that's
they
ratchet.
cool.
That's not the block. That's good.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. So, and I don't even know how to explain this too, right? So look, check this out, right? I remember I was in the military, right? I had a homeboy, he was Cuban, and the other homeboy, he was Nicaraguan. And I remember like there was like all types of like ratchet shit in the military, like niggas,
Yeah, yeah,
niggas in
yeah.
there, niggas nigging and shit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And there was all types of fights, motherfuckers jumping on people, like jumping people, stabbing people, all type of crazy stuff, like completely humiliating other dudes. Like there
Yeah.
was this one dude who he got snatched up, right? And he got slapped up like a dozen times.
Damn.
And like there was nothing but black dudes around just recording it right now. And they was clowning him all over the base and whatnot. And then my one homeboy, he came up to me, he was like, yo, man. He was like, yo, that video broke my heart, bro. Like, and he was like, yo, why y'all be doing that to each other, yo? And next thing you know, we just start having a conversation. And he was just like, yo, and mind you, he a little older than me too. He's like, yo, all my years, I never seen no shit like this, bro. He was like,
Mm.
and what's crazy is this. I agree with them because most Latino people I know, when they got problems, they squabble one on one.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
not they not ganging up on each other and this and that third. At least from what I seen, and even him in his life, he's like, yo, like we be having issues, but I mean, we'll squabble. I mean, we might go out back one on one or whatever. But it's like, yo, y'all just be doing each other the foulest way. And now like when you mention like Queen Street and the Guala Gualas, it's like, yo, I do not see them trying to tear each other down like that. Yeah, they might have issues. I see some motherfuckers rumble and whatnot.
Yeah.
They might even kill each other, but it's not to the degree that we do it.
Okay.
So, and here's the thing: conflict is going to be no matter where you at, whether you're in the suburbs, the country, the
For
hood.
sure.
Conflict is conflict, and especially with men, we're always going to have conflict. However, it's the way you go about it. I don't see them unless you want to mention a cartel. That's
Okay.
like unless you're talking about the cartel
What
or
about
like
like New York? Like think about like poppies and stuff from like big cities like New York, Philly, and stuff like that. Or is that because are we suggesting
that.
that because they are close proximity to black culture that they be acting like they be acting a fool maybe?
So here's the thing: unless you're talking gang culture, then
Okay.
I can't agree with you. If you're just talking
Okay.
about Latin culture in
Okay.
general, they're not like that. If you
Okay.
if you if you wanted to break down like ratchet stuff, I feel like you would literally have to talk about gang culture and the Latin culture.
Okay.
But see, like with a lot of us black folk, we don't got to be in the gang to act like that. We
Nah, we
it's
don't.
some
Yeah.
of us that just be getting at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that's the difference. So that's why like when I think of like Latin people, I'm like, nah, I don't know about ratchet. Maybe lively, you know. I mean, 'cause they like, I know I'm like Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar gonna snap if you see this.
Nah. We'll see. We'll see. But
This is like, go ahead.
nah. All right. So I'm gonna share a perspective on this, and
Mhm.
it's just because like when this term like seemed to have like just come out of the internet,
Mhm.
we're gonna see who should we be fatigued by after we gonna see all these examples because it was like around all this time that all these things was happening. But let's react to this. Hold up. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see if we can share it.
Y'all can't be this dumb. This is absolutely hysterical. This whole notion that they're trying to put out there by these Sambos of these races, of this whole black fatigue, I find it absolutely hysterical. Because in the same week that they're talking about more black fatigue, we had a woman go on national television and say she was a racist. In the same week that they talk about black fatigue, we had a
Did you see? Oh, time out. Did you see that one lady on Piers Morgan where she was on it with Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit? She was with
And Mark
Mark
Lamont,
Lamont
yeah.
Hill. Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Like you saw her wilding out, right?
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
She's
So
tripping.
that she was tripping. All right.
woman, a single mother, who had a history of DUIs, fighting in public, call a little black kid the N-word. In the same week,
Mhm.
that same woman has raised almost nearly $1 million for calling the little black kid an N-word. In the same
Yeah.
week, they talking about black fatigue, we had a man who was pulled over by a California Highway Patrol come out of his car with an AR-15 walking towards police officers. In the same week, we had two little white boys who were pointing a gun at police as they all spent like 5 hours trying to get the kids to put the gun down. This is in the same week they talk about black fatigue. Now, I've never seen an officer do that for a little black kid. In the same week, we had a teacher who was charged, multiple teachers who were charged with messing with the kids. In the same week they talk about black fatigue, we just recently had a father completely send his whole family to the afterlife. And they talking about black fatigue. Riddle me this, Batman. What fatigue, based off of the events that I just told you that happened within this week, what fatigue do you think the country should have? use them as it's proof that it's organic. They're doing what they're getting paid to do. They're saying what they're getting paid to say. None of this is organic. None of this is just like, you know what? There are free thinkers and they're fighting against the culture and everything. I have evil fatigue. Okay, that's what I have. I have lineage of evil fatigue. How about that? That encompasses all y'all. The racists, the Sambos, all y'all like. That's what I have. I have lineage of evil fatigue. That includes as far as the Sambo fatigue and the racist fatigue. That's what that includes. Y'all.
All right. So yeah, what you think? What you think?
So it's funny. So he said he never heard of the word white fatigue. Well, here's the thing. I think in general, most people do have white fatigue. That's why we ain't make it a word. It's just an understanding. Like I think the world understands that white people run everything and they somewhat racist. They enforce their racism all across the world. I think the world knows it. I mean, it's like it's not really nothing to say. But black fatigue, I do kind of think it should be mentioned. I got bitches fatigue. Bitches be getting on my nerves. Like there's a lot of things, there's a lot of fatigues. I don't think black fatigue cancels out any other fatigue. But as far as white fatigue, the world is already aware. Like, yo, white people, they racist as fuck in general. Most of our views, whether political or social, there's some deep rooted racism instilled in it. I think the world knows that. That's why we ain't make it a term. But go ahead.
So, but if all right, so does it come off differently though if a white person is saying it? Like just that baseline question. Does it kind of come off differently for a white person to say this?
Yeah. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Why is that?
So because there's already an understanding that they're racist or there's some sort of like I think the world really the world understands the history. Yeah. They know like white people in general historically have been racist. Fuck, there's no other race of people who have pillaged the world or pillaged country. Like it's deep rooted. Yeah. So I feel like anything white people do is you got to side eye it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and I agree with you. But that's the thing though. And if we going off of that original term that said whatever, they're like tired of all this, basically this talk about black people and all these things happening, and because it's what they see on the news, it's what they see in the media. Well, what fucking sells in the media? Fucking black pain, black trauma sells in the media, whatever. Like no, like they don't do it. So it's their own. If they are tired of black people and tired of all these things happening and black people talking about injustice and stuff like that, stop fucking doing the shit, right? You know what I mean? Like stop fucking with us. Like let us be. You know what I mean? If we want to play loud music, if stop being the Karens, gotta stop. Like stop trying to be the rule enforcer when you don't have no authority. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then also blame the people that run these media companies, because that's all. Like if the news was a bunch of feel good stories and positive things that's happening, like would it sell as much? Probably not. And so like I'm saying, like they going off of the negative stuff, and we feed off of the negative stuff too. But it's like we don't control the shit though. Like we don't control what's put out there necessarily. I mean, outside of social media, because that's the only time that we can be like independent, media creators. But like what we seeing in these headlines, we can't help. That's what sells. That's what makes people click. You know what I'm saying? And stay on the TV channel. You know what I mean? But it's just I definitely think from a white person saying it, it's like, so you just what are you tired of? You tired of are you tired of being blamed for stuff that you're already doing? Are you tired of being called out for shit you're doing? Or are you tired of or people like mischaracterizing you? Because that's a whole different argument then. You know what I mean? If you're not a racist and people are calling you racist and you have and there's enough evidence to show that like, no, you ain't like that, then yes, I would be tired of this shit too, whatever. But like, that's not the case for most of these people. They just like, and they assume that black people getting all these handouts and shit like that. And it's like, we know that ain't the case.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, see, I'm gonna say I pretty much agree with everything you said at that point. But yeah, and here's the thing too, like it's like one of those like, so what they're doing is when they use black fatigue, it sounds like they have a manipulative agenda because you just want to cover up what you're doing. You're trying to gaslight us like we don't know what you're doing, what we're doing, and you want us to shut up. I mean,
that's how I look at it. That's how I've been seeing it, whatever. But then it just don't help that like just some. Like Anton Daniels, man, I still watch some of his stuff, whatever, and like are you still into Anton Daniels?
Yeah, he be annoying me sometime. But go
He
ahead.
be going like the other way, like on purpose. It feels like, you know what I mean? Like it's like he's trying. Maybe it's like it's his brand now. You know what I mean? Whatever. But it'd be like he don't, as much as he be trying to act like, oh no, I call it fair and I look at it objectively. You ain't looking at nothing objectively, my dude. Like
What? So here's the thing. One thing I noticed with him is he's at that point to where he at that point to where his success plus his disdain for like black people making excuses and stuff like that. It's like it's reaching like a very high level. And
yes,
I understand where he's coming from because it can be frustrating. Like
yeah,
especially if you're someone with that pick them up by the bootstraps mentality and that shit's worked for you your whole life, and
yeah,
then you even try to help people, and then no matter how much you try to help them, they keep making excuses. That shit will piss you the fuck off.
facts.
And I've actually seen other black people in that same space start going through certain phases, like Earn Your Leisure, like
Yes,
Rashad and Ian, I forgot his
Ian.
last name,
Yeah,
the master investor. But yeah, it's like they started. There was their period where I saw them going get into that space too, where it's like, yo, niggas be making unlimited excuse. No matter how much you try to pour into these motherfuckers,
yeah,
they will keep making excuse after excuse, and they get to a point to where they got 10 excuses for every one thing you trying to do to help them, and it's like, bro, come on. But yeah, it's a hard thing to battle with.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, so I get it. I get it from a black person standpoint, but from a white person, is you got a side eye because you don't because like I say, their definition is a little bit different than what I initially thought. So
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
that's why you got a side eye anything a white person tell you for real, for real.
for real, for real.
Um,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Like, what's the real motive? Yeah. So, nah,
yeah,
I agree with that too. I mean, like, yeah, because like when you do experience more success in life, you do start to like it's just natural. I think, and I've said this to people, like, yo, you start to lean a little bit more like conservative. You know what I mean? Whatever, because
hmm
you feel like you've achieved something, so you feel like, well, like, no, why do I got to help out every single person, whatever.
hmm
And then you know, and you, but then sometimes you do gotta like think back to like I try to think about perspective and like you've told me several times like yo dog like you got to realize your own little privileges in certain
yeah,
aspects of your life, whatever. So it's like, yeah, no, everybody can't do what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, whatever, because
hmm
of X, Y, and Z. Yes, you had to still work at certain things, but you also maybe you started at second base, my nigga. Like you ain't start,
yeah,
yeah, you know what I mean? Like you had a little bit of a leg up because of certain aspects of your life.
hmm
But no, like I agree that yeah, it does get annoying at times, but at the I want what's best for black people. You know what I mean? At the end
yeah,
of the day, I want what's best for black people, but I don't need to necessarily shit on you to get the best outcomes. You know what I mean? Like when
yeah.
he was saying that last part where he was saying like the Sambo people, the people that are getting paid, like and we're calling them free thinkers. He is talking about like people like Candace Owens and stuff like that
Okay.
who's talking about the low hanging fruit of like the bad things that are happening in the black community and just saying like,
hmm
yes, yeah, we need to stop that. But it's like you ain't but she's not even in the black community anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So it's like you're not doing nothing to help. So if you just on the sidelines complaining, how what is that doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, let's so that's good. That's good. Black fatigue, man. I mean, I think we're gonna see more of that in the next couple of weeks and stuff like that till they, because we run stuff into the ground. Yeah, I mean, like I
hmm
said before. But all right. Let's move on, man. And yeah, we're nearing the end pretty soon. So let's talk about the Diddy trial a little bit. So, bro, this trial is underway, and man, I knew we was gonna get like details. I knew there was gonna be a lot of like bodies involved in these details, but like some of the stuff that we've been hearing, bro, like, bro, I was not ready for none of this. You know what I'm saying? And then I think about like the husband, Cassie's husband, right?
hmm
Like how much of this is he hearing for the first time? You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Because like what woman is disclosing even a fraction of this stuff that we've been hearing about? You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
like so I guess first let's just backtrack a little bit before we get into that. like what are your reactions to the trial so far? What do you think, man? Where do you think this is headed? Because there's been a lot of different narratives. You know what I'm saying?
So first I'll go ahead and admit that I only watched a couple memes, a couple clips. I hear people in there. So here's the thing, celebrity stuff, I don't really care too much about celebrities in
Okay.
general,
Yes.
unless it's like in some sort of positive space. But I hear the stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I follow some of the shit. Um, so one thing I hear, and I mean, number one, first of all, what is Diddy on trial for? That's the one thing I just want to get clear before I even say what I'm gonna say.
So he's actually on trial for racketeering. So basically, they're trying to charge him. It's a RICO case,
Yeah.
and basically saying that like he was part of some type of like sex trafficking
Mhm.
enterprise, so to speak. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So he's not on trial for dragging Cassie out the elevator and beating her up. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? I think that's past statute of limitations. Um, I don't even think he's necessarily on trial for she might have made some like grape we're gonna use that word
Yeah.
grape allegations. I don't even know if he's on trial for that necessarily, but it's definitely the racketeering, the RICO, and basically making it because oh, you hiring these workers, and once you hire the workers and you send them, you fly them out, now it's
Mhm.
across state lines, and it gets into all that like crazy stuff. And then like him making these like revenge videos, or like the surveillance and all this like blackmail
Yeah.
videos and stuff like that. Like but they saying like he could, if he gets convicted, he's facing life for all this type of
Yeah.
stuff, whatever. So
Well, here's the thing. All right, so I'm glad you said that because I was gonna say my whole thing from what I've been hearing, I was like, none of this sounds like Rico. None of this sounds like he should be on trial for a lot of stuff. If you're talking domestic violence, absolutely, we got the
yeah,
footage. You got the footage, but that ain't even sound that don't even sound like what they was talking about.
yeah, no,
But yeah, as far as making sexual revenge videos, hell yeah, you playing with so many people's money.
yeah,
It's not just one person. You're playing with dozens of people's money, their livelihood, and all that. So yeah, I feel like a life sentence could be, I think it could be justified
yeah,
if he actually has the videos.
yeah.
Is there proof yet? Like, are they actually saying he?
They're trying, they acting like they got footage and stuff, whatever.
Okay, so if they got footage and he was using it as revenge, also, well, here's the thing too. I feel like they gotta prove that he's using it as revenge.
Yes,
Like, if
yes,
these people signed off on these, if they signed off to be recorded, then it's like, bro, you signed off on this, and
yeah,
you've been paid and flew in and whatnot. So I feel like that would negate that, if they could prove that.
yeah,
Um, but as far as Rico, yeah, I don't like the whole flying people. Here's the thing.
yeah,
Who's to say that he actually flew these people out strictly for sex?
exactly, yeah,
Maybe he flew them out because, oh, that's my people's. I fucked with them. I just want to see my mans, or I just want to see my female friend or my female companion, and we just might happen to have sex. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, and that's a crazy law anyway. How you gonna tell
yeah,
somebody you can't fly somebody out? Like, when did that become an effect? Because this has
yeah,
been going on since my whole life. My whole life. Like, are we gonna start bringing up everybody on Rico charge who flew a joint in?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, 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 yeah,
so yeah, I'm not really too fond of this Rico joint. But as far as the details I'm hearing, this shit crazy. Diddy is a freak bull. She's a freak. And one thing I will say about this, I never thought she was innocent from the jump. And from what I'm hearing, I don't think she's innocent. As far as her whole her whole entire dealings with Diddy, I don't necessarily believe she's innocent. I feel like she signed up for a lot of this stuff,
okay.
except for the domestic violence, of course. But continue.
Nah, but all right, but the same thing. Like, all right, like let's look at it from a perspective of pimping, right?
Okay.
So a girl is getting pimped out, whatever. She turning tricks and stuff like that. Like, sure, she doing it. Like, she actively got to do like some of those different things, whatever. But like,
Mhm.
would you say that like yeah, I mean, would you say that all her dealings and all the Johns that she's with, like all that's consensual? Yeah, I mean, especially if she got the hand of a pimp. Yeah, I mean, that's like ready to like do whatever to her if she don't bring back that money. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So like, the thing is with this is like we could say that she signed up for these different things, but
Mhm.
like from this is where it's tricky because like if she was like a singer and a millionaire separate, to like and had no connections to Diddy, and then she got with Diddy, and then whatever, then I might side with like, oh, she signed up for this and she did this and whatever. Bro, this nigga was responsible for her whole career. You know what I'm saying? From the music side and then even into the modeling side, whatever. So like he was her boss. I mean, at
Mhm.
the end of the day, and then she became his girl, and while he still had a wife, and yeah, I mean, whatever. So like, she doing all this type of stuff. I just feel like she wasn't super young. Like she was like 21, 22 years old. So I do think she's able to make certain decisions for herself. Like, so I'm not gonna
Mhm.
totally absolve her, but I'm gonna say that like, bro, like this nigga, like he held the keys of everything. Like, and I think if you want a certain lifestyle, or you trying to make it or whatever, this shit be cutthroat. Like I just feel like, what I mean, like it seems consensual, but like if you the victim or if you got a true trauma bond with your abuser,
Mhm.
you gonna get into some stuff that looks a type of way, whatever. So like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a say like it sounded like he was pimping her out, bro. Like, you know what I mean? And like for his own sexual, and like he was allowed to explore a lot of different like interests and sexual proclivities, I mean, that he was into. He was allowed to like explore that type of stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, with her because she was like subservient to him. I mean,
Well, I'll say two things. I'm gonna go off topic and come right back. So first
yeah,
off, there was a show called Vice.
okay,
I remember I watched this like there's like a mini documentary on like chicks and how they get involved in sex work and how they get involved in pimps and stuff.
yeah,
There's a lot of women that go out 18, 19, 20, 25, 28 years old. They'll go out and they'll look for a pimp. Like
okay,
this is common in the sex work industry. They
okay,
will look for a pimp, and oftentimes there's a lot of women who on camera have admitted in sit down conversations that like I sold myself because shit, it was easier. It's better than getting a 9 to 5.
okay,
Um, yeah, I might have needed the money. There's times where they might have needed the money or they might not have needed the money. They might have knew somebody who was pimping themselves out. And she's like, oh, well, my friend, she slept with a dude and she made $1,000 in like 15 minutes and da da da. Next thing you know. And women in general, I know I'm gonna get killed for saying this, but women in general, they like taking the easy way out, especially when it comes to like dating and success.
okay,
Um, Hence, you can even look at the chick Joy Taylor,
okay,
how
yeah,
how like women they oftentimes try to mix dating with success. Like
okay,
they have the ability to attach to a man. And here's the thing too, depending on how successful that man is or how powerful he is, they'll turn a blind eye. They will turn a blind eye to everything, whether
yeah,
it's a woman dating a cartel member or a kingpin. She'll act like she don't know he killed niggas all over the
yeah,
world.
yeah.
He cut people's
All
heads
right,
off. Um, Same thing with Diddy being married. A chick, if you get money, a chick do not give a fuck if you married,
yeah,
and
yeah,
she don't
yeah.
give a fuck if
If
you
if it benefits her, yeah,
exactly. And then that's another thing too. You look at a lot of polygamy, a lot of these polygamy trends going on. This is a big thing. There's a lot of women they do not care. You getting that bread, they down to do certain things.
okay,
Um, and yeah, like I feel like that's pretty much what she did. She essentially tried to fuck her way to the top. Oh, and here's another thing too. After they do these things, after it's all said and done, if she feels like she was slighted or it didn't go exactly how she wanted, they're the victim. The minute something don't go exactly how they want, they're the victim. They instantly play the victim card.
okay,
Instantly. They're the only ones that get a chance to do this shit. But yeah, so that's why I have to look at this case like with the side eye, because it's like, yo, I would, in order for me to look at her like the complete victim, I would literally have to erase everything I know.
okay,
Like all the background info I know, all the working knowledge that I already currently have. I would have to be completely blind to everything that I've seen women do throughout the course of my life. And I
yeah,
can't do that. I can't do that looking at this case. But as far as her not having the ability to leave, okay. There's a lot of people who do foul shit or have negative. They get involved in foul lifestyle and then they can't leave.
yeah,
Like, what make you different? Like
yeah,
they're like, I'm gonna use a cartel for example. If you a dude and you start working for the cartel, whatever, and then all of a sudden you feel like, oh, I made enough money, I want to quit. Nigga, ain't no quitting.
yeah, for sure.
Like you're not walking away from this. Um, and now that's a little extreme, so I'm gonna come back. But yeah, it's like I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I gotta look at her with the side eye, man. I'm
So
not necessarily.
but you said though, but in the same breath though, you said like all right, but if there was domestic violence, you understand that, but like
Oh yeah,
but doesn't the element of violence isn't that you don't think that contributes to like her feelings of like maybe feeling like she can't leave or like she has to do some of these acts and they might not be totally consensual because there is that like real life threat of violence
oh
there,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
and like maybe when she does get out, it's maybe she already had like some type of evidence to like corroborate or prove what she had kind of going like what was happening, whatever. And like he knew like, all right, I can't hold her on, I can't hold on to her anymore because I mean
Yeah,
she got the smoking gun, yeah, I mean,
yeah.
and then yeah, then she dropped the civil, I mean, then she came out with the civil suit, yeah, I mean, it was like, all right,
Hmm.
like I ain't gonna it's too late to get you charged for some of this stuff, but like nah,
Yeah.
like I need my paper now because like you did all this, whatever. Now, and again, that's it does get a little it is murky. I'm not gonna say it's not clear cut. Like I wouldn't say it's clear cut like, like she's fully innocent and like she played no role in anything. But at the
Yeah.
same time, like I feel like if you're gonna say like oh but if it's yeah I understand domestic violence but like that's probably the violence is probably what kind of kept a lot of that shit going, I mean, I don't know.
So okay, and then here's another thing too. So right, think about this, and we could use niggas that's not even as powerful as Diddy. We could just
Sure.
use typical in every hood. You got drug dealers that get money. They might smack their bitch up. They might shoot niggas, kill niggas, whatever. Bitches be already knowing this before getting with the dude. They
Okay.
already know he in this life. So again, like it's like too too much of what too much of what they do is they look for the easy way out, and then they want to benefit off certain things, no matter how negative it can get. And then when it gets that way, now they want to be a victim. But it's like you're a volunteer, and a lot of times, dudes that live this life, this shit turn bitches on. Like there are a
Mm.
lot of women who love this dark, these men with this dark nature or this dark way of being, way of living. They're
Hmm.
attracted to it. Since the beginning of time.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
yeah, so and I don't know, I just got a problem with people because one thing about me, I've been myself my whole life. I don't co-sign things I don't truly believe in.
Okay.
Um, Women in general, if you give them enough money, enough clout, or if you got enough power, their opinions will become your opinions. Or I'm
Yeah.
sorry, your opinion will become their opinion, and like I said, they just be with it. And to go back on what you said, do you think maybe violence was the thing that kept her there? I feel like it might have played a role, but I think his money, power, and fame that she could benefit off of it played a much larger role while she stayed.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like it's probably 80-20. 80% she can't give up that lifestyle. There's nobody bigger than Diddy, essentially, at least in our industry.
Yeah.
She most likely ain't gonna do nothing better than Diddy as far as money, power, and fame wise. I think that played probably 80% role. Maybe I could even go 60. I'll go as low as 60.
Okay.
Then maybe 30 or 40 might be physical violence. Um, and yeah, and then here's the thing too. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I just feel like the main thing keeping her was that money, power, and fame.
Okay. So
Money, power, and fame.
so it's funny you said that ratio 80-20. I had seen this like reaction to it was basically like, oh, people saying that like why didn't she leave? And then it was just like a lot of women that like have gone through like different like battered situations. And
Mhm.
it is a slide thing, whatever, and you could see like all these different women like reacting. And one of the things this one woman said, she was like, yeah, because well, it was 80% of the time he was a nice guy. You know what I mean? Whatever. It was that 20% that like that turned him, where he turned into a monster, so to speak,
Yeah.
or and then there was like another woman that was saying like because like she was holding out hope that like he
Sunken
was
cost fallacy.
what's up?
That's what I meant to say too. Is that it's that sunken cost fallacy.
Oh,
Once you invest a certain amount of time or energy into a situation, you start to kind of chase it. Like even if you
yeah.
feel like that investment is going bad, you keep trying to pour more into it
Yep.
because
Yep.
it's easier to do that than to just leave.
Yep.
But go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, no, no, but like, yeah, she was basically saying like how like she just was holding out hope that like it could get better. Another
Mhm.
woman was like, I didn't want to leave because they felt like another woman was gonna get the best version of him that she didn't get, whatever. You know what I mean? And like, and so again, some of that. I ain't gonna lie though, man. I think part of it is some of our like, and this is more just be about men, like our just the way our brains are made up. Like, yes, it's hard to even put yourself into a lot of these different shoes because our brains ain't wired that way, bro. Like we need not neither one of us. Like it don't matter even how no matter how weak you are as a man, whatever. Like, bro, most men would not be in caught dead in a lot of these situations, whatever, because we just have a different fabric, man. We just have a different wiring to our brains, whatever. So it is hard to like even like fully just like take yourself out of it and be like, oh yeah, I mean, she should be able to do this, she should be able to do that, whatever. But like, I just think like there's I think we do gotta take that into consideration that like they are different, bro. They different than us, man, and they,
Well, here's the
some
thing too. They're absolutely different, but also how much of their difference is just by societal norms. So like I'm gonna give you a
okay,
prime
okay,
example, right? Let's remove her from the situation, put me in the situation. She had dreams of being a recording artist. Okay, I had dreams of going to the NBA. Let's just say hypothetically there was some attractive woman who owned the Lakers and she wanted to be with me, and if I was to be with her, she was gonna give me a rookie contract for the Lakers. But in return, I got to do a bunch of freak shit like fuck fat bitches and maybe fuck a couple niggas here and there. But I get a max contract. I don't care if fuck it was a rookie contract or a max contract. You're not gonna get me to fuck a bunch of fat bitches and maybe a couple niggas here and there. You're not gonna get me to do this. I don't give a fuck about no. I don't give
yeah,
a fuck
yeah,
about basketball
exactly,
that
yeah,
much.
because you got that
Yeah,
integrity, yeah.
yeah. It's just like you're not paying. There, I've never. You could not get me to do nothing freaky for no money.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, nah, facts.
but and also now you could say maybe that's because you're a man and you're wired a certain way. Yeah, but also here's another thing too. I'm cool with things not going my way. So like I don't care if I chase the dream and I don't get it. That's fine. I'm gonna go get a job. Ain't no big deal. A lot of women, they like I said, a lot of them they get in a situation where something don't go their way. They're gonna look for the easy way out, and it's
Okay,
gonna be a man. And it's
yeah,
gonna be a man, and they gonna accept whatever come with it. And they also know they could turn around and point their finger. See, as a man, you can't point no finger at nobody.
you're right.
I can't go be with this woman, and this woman got me doing all types of freaky shit. And then I'll say, oh, well, that was the only way she was gonna let me play for the Lakers. And then, bro, don't nobody want to hear that. You out here doing being freaky, doing like I can't. I'm be honest with you. This shit is like so outside of my mind because I don't know, man. And that's the thing that killed me. It's like it's just too much finger pointing that they got too much opportunity to point a finger. They can literally do whatever they want and turn around and point the finger, and act like they don't know. And that's 22. She was 22, bro. I was 22 before, bro.
Yeah,
I wasn't willing to do no crazy shit like that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So
yeah,
I don't know. That's a tough one for me.
yeah. No, I get it. Like when you saying the easy way out, like yeah. So if a woman is down and out, like as we see it today in society, if a woman is down and out, she ain't got no career plan, she don't know what the fuck she doing. She could always make some money. Why could she always make? Because she could fucking bust it wide open and she could start a OF or she
Yeah.
could hit them streets and stuff like that. So, but like, yeah, like on some individualistic type stuff, like, nah, I know I see what you're saying there with because we seen it. You know what I mean? Like these women that don't got no skills and nothing, and then they be like, all right, well, and then they get a little bit of paper doing that type of stuff, and then they feel like they're a boss, and it's like you still a hoe, like yeah, I mean, like you still, um. So I feel that, I just think though, like with this situation though, like again, man, like, and again, the way they making it seem like this, yeah, like, and we've established that he has some level of power. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And again, we can go down rabbit holes and conspiracies and say like, oh, but like, yo, how you know this nigga don't got cops on payroll? How you know this
Yeah.
nigga don't got, what I mean, people that's like looking the other way,
Yeah.
erasing surveillance footage, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, like, and just or you know what I mean, if you are that scared of somebody with power, like, all right, yo, I could disappear off this earth and like
Mhm.
he could make that shit go away. Like I think that's what they're trying to essentially establish. I don't necessarily in this case, I think maybe even court of public opinion. I think people are trying
Yeah,
to establish that, like, nah, like this guy, he was like a mob boss, like for real. He was my
yeah,
and but the thing is though, is that's not that far fetched because when we look at Diddy, people saying he was doing this to men. Like obviously he was cheating people out of contracts, but like
yeah,
people accuse him of being the one that is, for Biggie's death or for Pac's death. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like so it's not out there if he's doing that type of stuff on the male side,
yeah.
is it that far fetched that he could be doing this stuff and some little chick is scared? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's that crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's my thing too. Like I feel like anything you could charge him with, that's legit. Like if you could put some bodies on this nigga, if they got real life evidence beyond a reasonable doubt that he caught these bodies or he put a hit on by any means, lock that motherfucker up, give him
Yeah,
life.
yeah, yeah.
But it's just the Cassie situation. And also as far as the Rico joints, so if he was do you think he's like the Black Weinstein, Harvey Weinstein? Is he like the Black White? Is it
Nah, well, I don't know. I guess that's what they're trying to paint. I guess in a sense, I think he probably like the more like the Black Hugh Hefner, like you know what I mean, and people saying like, but people saying that like Hugh was doing some wild stuff too, like
okay?
he's dead now, so like a lot of these
Yeah,
women are coming out, like Kendra Wilkinson, she's like one of the more famous ones that end up like leaving. She coming
yeah,
out saying like no, it was like y'all think we was just like doing whatever, but like no, it was bad. So
yeah.
yeah, so people are saying that, but he didn't get in trouble for nothing. But
Okay. So, and my thing is this. So, I'm gonna assume Hugh Hefner was innocent because I haven't heard nothing bad. But like, let's say you were comparing him to the Black Hugh Hefner, then yeah, I feel like this whole case is like some bullshit. But if we're saying that he's like a Black Weinstein, then by all means, lock his ass up,
okay,
charge him with whatever you want to charge him. And then also, if you want to charge him for domestic assault, absolutely. I mean, what we talking about? We saw the video.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's my thing. But it's just like the type of things. It's like when it comes to law, it's like we got to be real clear on what we charging somebody with. You just can't be just throwing things on motherfuckers. I
yeah,
mean,
nah,
and
for
that's
sure.
that's that's my whole thing.
Okay, that's good. Just I guess last thing with this though, just put like the husband again. I went back, bro.
Oh yeah,
Like, do you think like how much do you think this guy knew about this type of stuff? I mean, like,
maybe a tenth, maybe if that. But here's my thing too. I don't feel bad about the husband because here's the thing. Wasn't he cheating with her when he was supposed to be her trainer?
oh, okay,
Wasn't
yeah, I guess so. Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like you lose him the same way you get him. So it's like, bro, I,
Ah,
I can't feel bad for you because you already was in the wrong. This man paying you to train his wife, and then you actually
or
doing more
girlfriend. He
shit.
wasn't. No, she was. Yeah, she was
Oh yeah, his
never.
girlfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, here's the thing. I still feel like never mind, never mind. I was gonna say she should still be favored, but technically you would a nigga who's cheating all over the world. So like that faithfulness out the window. But yeah, he was already in the wrong. So it's just like you finding out that she did more thigh than what she was doing with you. It's like, hey, well, that's what you get. You shouldn't even have been with her in the first place.
oh,
But
yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, I can't feel bad for him, but that is crazy though.
Yeah, yeah, I
Like,
guess I don't necessarily feel bad for him, but it's just like this. Like, bro, are you staying with like, all right, just say you're with Cassie and like,
mhm,
yeah, you were this guy. You hearing about all this stuff. Now you got multiple kids to this woman.
mhm.
What does that look like coming home? Because he came out with a statement. He's like, yeah, how brave she's been and this and that. Like, he's saying the media stuff, the good stuff. But it's
Yeah,
like realistically, my nigga, like what? Like, bro, you was I didn't even know you did that. Like, I didn't even know you was into that type of stuff,
yeah. So
Like,
here's the thing. I think the relationship gonna be bumpy. Uh, they probably will break up years from now, maybe like 5 years, maybe 6 years, if anything.
yeah,
But I think he's gonna try to work it out just because of the kids. And then also she got all that money coming in. I'm sure he ain't trying to go back to his old life.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, and then he probably ain't want he don't want to split the kids up and whatnot. So yeah, most likely he'll stay at least for a couple years until it gets the better of him.
Okay.
Who knows? Maybe he can forget about it. Well, he ain't never gonna forget about it. But
Nah, hell no. Hell no.
yeah,
Shit. But yeah, that's a wild thing, man. We obviously this case is gonna evolve in the next coming weeks.
hmm
So I don't know how long this trial is supposed to be, but like apparently like we're only scratching the surface. So it's gonna get real. I wonder if he's gonna testify. Did he? Usually these guys don't testify in these kind of
Oh
cases.
yeah, Diddy, yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna. He better not get on that stand.
Yeah, it's cooked. He's cooked, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say he might as well just let his lawyer do all the talking.
Yeah. So
Pray for the best.
all right. Last thing. Let's move on. Let's move on. Totally different topic, but last thing we're gonna
Mhm.
finish it up. We're gonna talk about the NBA playoffs so far. So second round is over officially now. So we got the New York Knicks versus the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we got the OKC Thunder versus the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Western Conference Finals. So,
Okay.
man, so what? Yeah, because oh my God, because OKC in that game 7 against the Nuggets, they gave them a 30 ball. Yeah, I mean,
Damn.
and that series was that was the best series of the second round, and
Hmm.
that's kind of disappointing how bad the Nuggets end up losing. But yeah, so let's move on to this round. Yo, New York Knicks versus the Pacers, man. Who you got? Who's gonna be the key figures? What do you think?
So I ain't gonna front. Like I only been watching highlights and stuff. But I'm rocking with the Knicks though,
Okay, yes,
because
yes.
I'm a
Knicks
big
tape.
fan of Brunson. I like Brunson. I like his game, yo.
Yes,
Um,
bro. Yes.
and here's the thing too. I feel like, yo, you know how like if Brunson win a championship, I think so many people are going to start modeling after his game. So we're going to see a lot of, because just like with Steph Curry, when Steph Curry got hot into the league by storm, everybody just fell in love with the three ball and whatnot. I
Yeah.
feel like we're gonna get back to some real deep bag of fundamentals.
Uh,
And yeah, I like how Brunson plays. So I hope they win. That's what I'm rooting for.
yeah.
Um, at least again, yeah, for the Eastern Conference, and then the Western. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm going with my man Ant man. So
Really?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, man, I think, man, Eastern Conference, yeah, I'm definitely, I kind of wanted to see Boston like repeat. I wanted to see the Cavs like do better and get to
Hmm.
the next round, whatever. But like, now we hear the Pacers are a lot better than people give them credit for. Like they
Hmm.
nice, like they tough too. Like they got a lot of like scrappy players. And they have scoring from different levels, you know what I mean, and different places on the floor. They got a lot of people that you don't know, but like these guys can hoop.
Hmm.
But I think the Pacers beat the Cavaliers so badly because the Cavaliers are worse off. I mean, they got a lot of soft players. The Knicks
Hmm.
not soft. The Knicks not
Yeah.
soft at all. You know what I'm saying? That's a tough team, and I think it depends on like yeah, I like Jalen Brunson's games too, man. Jalen Brunson is like yeah, like he's getting in his bag. I love seeing a short 6 footer, you know what I'm saying? Whatever,
Yeah.
like 6'2", whatever.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like really getting to his bag. Like bro, his footwork is
Phenomenal.
impeccable. Bro, like he got so much balance. Bro, he be breaking dudes up, man,
Yeah.
and he's deadly, man. He's deadly. He is a little bit of a volume shooter. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
he do be gunning a little bit, but like he nice though, so
Yeah.
it's like I ain't mad at it because he hustles. It ain't like he's just out there, whatever. I do worry about his durability a little bit because he's so small. But
Hmm.
but yeah, definitely got the Knicks, and I think Knicks in 6. I think the Pacers are gonna make it competitive. I don't think they ain't gonna get swept, and then I think they can win more than one game. On the other side. So we agree there. I gotta go with. I like Ant Man. I like Ant Man, but
Yeah.
I'm still sticking to this 40-20 rule that I discovered, and there's only one team left that's a part of it. So if you didn't know, 40-20 rule is teams that have won. Like Phil Jackson, like coined this, whatever. But and when you look at analytics, it holds up. Teams that win 40 games before they lose 20 games are like the true contenders in
Oh
in,
shit.
in the league. I mean, so there was
Hmm.
only 3 teams that achieved that this year. It was the Celtics, the Cavaliers, and then the Thunder. The Knicks were like close to achieving it. Like they
Hmm.
had like they were about to like get like 40 wins, and then they lost like a couple in a row to get them more
Hmm.
than 20 wins, get their 20 losses. So like they're on the cusp of it. The last team to win a title that does not fit that criteria was the Bucks.
Mhm.
But since like 85 or something like that, since like 1980 or 85, there's only been like three champions that have achieved that, whatever. So
Mhm.
I'm still sticking with OKC. I think if Shea wants to be, I mean, he's the MVP. He's gonna be MVP. I think I know this is his first time being in the Western Conference Finals, but I think if he wants to be taken seriously, if that roster wants to be taken seriously, and if they want to try to keep it intact, they gotta win. They gotta win now. And so I got OKC in 7.
Okay.
I got
So
OKC.
here's the thing too. OKC seems like they're the better team.
Oh,
I definitely feel like
bro.
they're the better team. But I don't know. I feel like with Ant Man's energy, I feel like he could just take over a game. I feel like he gonna get it. I think it's gonna be a lot of that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like too, if they just go on a run, let's say they win a couple games in a row, like maybe 2 or 3. Yeah, I don't see them giving up a lead.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna end up playing off Ant Man energy, and they just going everybody else going to start rising to the occasion.
So yeah, I like Timberwolves roster too. I think OKC and the Knicks have the best starting fives in the NBA. Like and I thought that for most of the year. Um, the Timberwolves though, they get in these stretches where they struggle to score. You know what I'm saying? Like because Ant-Man, yeah, he's kind of like a volume shooter as well. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Whatever. Like, you know what I mean, if his shot ain't falling and if they pack in the paint, whatever, he's kind of struggling out there a little bit. They do have other places to get some points, but like he's definitely their catalyst. Like so he has to play good for them to play good. Um, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a good series. I definitely think it's gonna be a tough series, a good series. I think there's a lot of good matchups there. You know what I mean? Chet versus Rudy, Ant-Man versus Shea. It's gonna be a lot of things to watch, man. But so we'll see. But I think OKC gonna pull it out though.
hmm
You know what I mean, and then on the other side, how many games do you think? So Knicks gonna win, but what you got? How many games?
Knicks, I got the Knicks. Let me see. Knicks versus so Halliburton been going on. I'm gonna say Knicks and 6. I'm gonna say Knicks and 6.
Okay, yeah, Knicks and 6. I had Knicks and 6, but then OKC and 7. All right, we'll see, man. I ain't gonna lie. I said this too in my last episode, man. Like, bro, anytime I record my picks, bro, it should be bad, bro. Like if I
Yeah,
just talk about this stuff off camera, like I get it right. But like
yeah.
once I record it, so the opposite is about to happen. You know what I mean, setting
hmm
up
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say Wolves and 6 too. I'm gonna say Knicks and 6, Wolves and 6.
Wolves and
That's what I'm
6.
gonna
Okay,
say. Yeah.
all right, okay. I like it. I like it. Like we'll see how it plays out. But one interesting thing though, like when you look at the star players of all these teams, one of them, like everybody's gonna get their first ring, basically. I mean, like whoever
Oh yeah,
whoever
that's lit.
gets, I mean, so like it could be Ant-Man's first ring, Shea's first ring, Brunson's first ring, Halliburton's first ring. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
So I think that's cool. I think that's dope. We do like to see like people build on their legacies, whatever, but we like to see like new legacies be born too, though. And I
Exactly.
think that's what we got going on right now. So, but yeah, man, we're gonna wrap this up. Yeah, man, you had a good time tonight.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yo, bro, I gotta like I think because I'm all booked up with my trips, you know what I mean, for the summer.
hmm
But I think I might have some time, man. What you doing 4th of July, man? Like around
Fourth
that
of
time.
July.
Are you coming home or
So
are you staying out there?
I can come home or I might stay out here. So it's funny that you say that. I was actually thinking about booking some stuff for the summer too.
Okay.
I was going to have it to where whenever I'm not traveling somewhere, I'm gonna just work an extra day a week just so I'm not spending too much money going out here all the time because you can get caught up going out a lot here.
For real.
But yeah, so yeah, I was thinking about doing some shit. But wow, what you got in mind?
Well, I know because there's like around 4th of July, man, my people is gonna be going away. They to they gonna be taking a trip, so I'm gonna be by myself. So
Okay.
I'm thinking like maybe and they was like, oh, maybe you should go try to see Stu, hook up, see what he doing.
Yeah,
And I was like, you know what? Yeah, maybe that would be a good segue to dip off. Yeah, I mean, whatever. But
yeah.
we'll see, man. Play by ear.
Okay. I was gonna say too. I just you just gotta let me know. I gotta go find some. I gotta find a place. Well, I got a couch. Hold on. Nah,
You got
I
a
just.
background. You got a background, so I can't see it anyway.
Oh
So
yeah.
no, it's all good. You can keep doing.
Okay. But yeah, I was gonna say I do got a big ass love seat It got deep cushions. It's soft. But yeah, I ain't got no other bed yet though. So that's the only downside.
It's all good, man. It's all good. But all right, man, if y'all still watching, yeah, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below, react to anything that we was talking about. Again, we talking about the Diddy stuff. We talked about some basketball.
Take it easy on me.
Yeah, take it easy, man. We both might get. They gonna kill both. They might have some smoke for both of us for different reasons, man. So we'll see. We talked about a bunch of those stuff, man. But always a good time when my man Stu's on here, and yeah, man, I'm happy, man, that keep the platform going. This is episode 193, the 280 Plus podcast. I'm your host, Los Def. This is my boy Stu, and we out, y'all. Peace.
Peace.
All right, so